And are we live? Are we going live? We are live, people. Okay. So, it's been a while. I know it has been. School let out. We had graduation. We had prom. Lots of stuff was going on. How are you guys doing? Good? Good. That's awesome. So, welcome to the Smith Tech live stream. Today we're going to be building a PC live. And by building a PC, I mean going through parts. And yeah. So here we are on Newegg. And we're just going to start from a clean slate. So this is going to be a $500 system probably. I want to prove to you guys that it can be done and be done well. That's the main thing, you know. I'm not going to say it's going to get the highest frame rates, but you know, I've been looking into a new system of my own because my rig is starting to get a little aged. You know, she'll last me another year probably, but you know, there's times when you get the itch, if you know what I mean. So, anyways, we're just gonna go down the list on Newegg and just do that. And no, we are not building an Intel system because that's dumb right now. Don't just stay away from it. That's my biggest recommendation that way. So we're gonna go AMD. We don't want most reviews. We're gonna go lowest price. This is how you get good prices, by the way. And I just got a very important text message, so ah, my friend is saying, "Oh, I was up late. Sorry." um, okay. Sorry about that. I'm back. The 2000 series released. We got the 2600. That's not a bad idea. I'm pretty sure the 2600 is better than the 1600X, but there's the 2600X. I really like how they priced this, by the way, because it's phasing out the first generation Ryzen processors really nicely. Is the 2700X out? Yeah, it is. Dang. Then you got your Threadrippers and whoa. That ain't bad. That's actually a really good price. But no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to go with the 2600 since we're going for a $500 build. This is going to probably be one of our most expensive parts. 200. That leaves us $300 left. Maybe not. Maybe not. That might not work. Shoot. I don't want to go lower than 6 cores, but I might have to. Um, See, I'm caught in a crossroads. Do I go? Wait, what? The 1500X is the same price as the 1400? Newegg, you drunk? We'll probably go with the 1500X. If we have to go with the built-in GPU, we might, but I don't want to do that. Okay, so it comes with an air cooler. Let's do GPU next, just to get that out of the way. Yeah, memory's ridiculous too, I know. So, there's a new SKU of 1050s out, which is stupid. And by stupid, I mean, like, that's actually kind of awesome. Like, because it's a 1050 Ti. It's the same amount of cores, but it's 3 gigs of RAM, and they cut the bus speed down to like 92 instead of 120. So, yeah. I know people are going to be like, oh, about that, but really, it's not that big of a deal. Show more. I don't want to go with an R9. No, do I want a 1030? Okay, this might be good. Let's see. What do we get? What do we get here when we do this? Ooh, wow, I'm getting a really good stream. Holy crud. Okay, that sucks. What's RX? What's the RX 550 benchmark? Here we go, Tom's Hardware. They're usually pretty good. I haven't really seen many reviews about the 550. Ba 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 ba. It's not looking good for the 550. I mean, we have $140. We got some breathing room. Let's go. Let's see. I really don't want to snoop down on the VRAM. That's the 14. This is the RX 460. 2 gig, 2 gig, 2 gig. I really like those Aero cards. They look really nice. Here's a 460. I'm gonna call it the 460 because it's 14 CUs. A true 560 has 16 CUs, guys. Just to get that out there. It's a refurb. Here's a full 560. There's a 1050 2K. See. It's this 2 gig stuff. Here's the full 560. Wow. Jeez, now we're getting in that price range where we don't want to be. Oh, Strix. Cool. Okay, yeah, no, we're not doing that. This might be the way to go. What? Crossfire X? Oh, that's where you can use two GPUs together. Okay, so we're gonna do that. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. So now we need a B350 board. AMD. Ooh, X470s. Yeah, it's the nice thing with the new X470 boards is that the compatibility between all the processors is there. So you can put all the old chips in the X470. You can put all the new chips in the X370 or even B350 and all those ones. And it's kind of nice. I mean, they know what's up. AMD knows what's going on. AM4, now that we got that, we want B350, X370, and X470. A320 is just not good. A320 it should only be used when it should only be used for the FX chips that are on the AM4 platform, because that's what all the A series chips are. And if you're going to buy one, buy the A8 because it's in a nice price, and it's once you get past the A8, you're really not going to get much more performance unless you buy the A12, which in that case, in terms of gaming performance, you're going to get the same as about the lowest Ryzen 3 at the same clock speed. At least from what I can tell from the testing I've done. And yeah, that's really about it. Just stay away from it. Just stay away from it. It's a mess. That end is. But once you get to B350, you're fine. I want a nicer looking board, but I don't want it to be expensive. So we're probably going to stay in the $60 range. Oh, that's a nice board. That's a nice board too. That's also a nice board. No, I don't buy open box or refurb. This is the same board. Macro ATX, B350. What do we got on it? I don't care about any of these. I really care about fans. I'm a big fan guy. One chassis fan connector? That's stupid. That's dumb. Always go for at least two. Let's see what's on this Gigabyte board. This is a bigger board too. I guess that is Micro ATX. The picture kind of distorts it a little bit. That's kind of a cleaner looking board. It's got 4 full slots. That's good. I might forgive it if it only has one fan header. Yeah, it only has one fan header. I guess if we need a splitter, we can do that. So let's look at what we've got. Nice, nice, nice. So we got the big stuff, mostly, except for storage. That's going to be another big thing. We're probably going to go for a 400 watt power supply. But let's get RAM taken care of. We want 8 gigs. Because we're not going to have enough for 16. I can tell you that for sure. And then on this end of the spectrum, we can even get that too. And then I need to tell it that it's DDR4, not DDR2 or 3. Although the prices on this DDR2 stuff is really nice. Not gonna lie, but that's old. OLD. Wow. Uh, Dang. I think I just found our RAM. Okay, when they put this Intel platform memory, that's wrong. It's all the same. It's all the same. Reviews. Um. Oh, back order. Ah. Okay, and since that's the case, we're gonna go with this DDR4 2400. We can all see it. Um, yeah, that wouldn't be a problem at all, I don't think. Sorry, guys. My very, very, very good friend is messaging me right now. I kinda can't ignore her. So if you see me on my phone every now and then, uh, that would be why. Um, this might turn into a $600 build. That's kind of annoying. No, we can go cheaper. I think if we go cheaper on the CPU, I think we'll be okay. Um, okay. We're gonna go back to CPUs, I think. We might have to go for Ryzen 3 or the lowest Ryzen 5. And heck, if we have to get the one with the built-in GPU, we might do that even. Because I think that's cheaper, right? Oh, feature items. Woo! Got sent. All right. So there's a 2200G. There's the 2400G, but the 1500X that. So we're gonna go. We're gonna go with this because look at the specs on here. It's the same CPU, but this one has the built-in GPU on it, and it's better than that one. So we're going with this. No thanks. So we just got a dual GPU setup. Whew. And yes, we broke over 500 because I didn't. By the way, we're not including Windows 10 because that's dumb. $399. There we go. All of a sudden, we have $100 to spare. So that's awesome. Okay. So we need a case and power supply and storage. And because we're going for a cheaper build and it's not going to be pretty, we're going to find one with a case. Or we're going to find a case with a power supply in it. Oh, that's a nice Thermaltake case. There's some people in the YouTube community that don't like TW, but I can't see why you wouldn't like TW. Now me, I am against DIY PC. The reason why, and I'm going to do a review on it. I have a DIY PC case over there, and it's easily maybe the worst case that I've ever worked in. Um, Not for the reasons that you would think, though, so I'll just leave that out there as a teaser. I think I said I was going to do a review on that before, but I got busy. But yeah, it's not good. Just stay away from them. Even though they do look cool, not gonna lie, they are nice looking cases. They skimp out a little bit. Here we go. Oh, a few more with the PSU arrived on the market. That's good. Roswell makes some good ones. I like Roswell's power supplies. Actually, that's what I'm using right now. It's this, but it's got a different front on it, but it's like that exact case with this same PSU in it. What? I don't want that. Here we go. Some of these I'm not sure if I trust. Like Apex. I know theirs is bad. Oh, 300 watt. We might go with that actually, right there. We're at lowest price. Yeah. 480 watt PSU. This is a case that I actually wrote a review for. Um, it's very nice actually. We might even use it again. That's the case that I used in that build that actually my hard drive broke while it was uploading, and I did lose that footage. I don't have that footage anymore. I didn't think I'd lost it. Then I was digging for it the other day. It was about a month ago now, I think, or just over a month ago, and it was gone. Like it evaporated. It's gone. I don't know why. The hard drive died, yes, but I thought I had it on the cloud, and I guess I don't. So sorry, nothing I can really do about that. um, we might actually end up going this route with that case. I don't know. I kind of want a side panel. Well, let's just get rid of that and see what happens. If I have to go DIY PC, I will, but I really don't want to. Here we go. It says two fans in it. And Roswell's fans are good too. I bought they had a 120 millimeter fan on sale for like $5, and it was a 2000 RPM fan. It was good. It was really good. And also it comes with a free 80 millimeter fan. What? On the special offers. But it already has one. Let's go specs. Yeah, no side panel window. I kind of want a side panel window. So it has a 80 millimeter and a 120. I mean, it's not bad. It's older but style, but it isn't bad. Oh, that looks hideous. I'm sorry. That looks kind of cool. You can't really see in it, but it looks cool. Oh, that's a tiny little case, isn't it? There's a Cougar. Huzzah! That's kind of a cool looking case. We might end up going DIY PC on here, but Like that one probably. And don't use their built-in fans. They're terrible. They're god-awful. I don't know. Can you see in this one fine? No. No, we're not doing that. See, I'm conflicted. I'm conflicted. I don't really know how to pick one here, boys. We might end up going DOIPC even though I really didn't want to, but they're just a pain in the neck to work with. But I'm a man. I can take it. So whatever, I'll get over it. Um, wow. That's not even rendered. That's a Verdana font that they've coded over their webpage. Come on, DIY I thought you were better than that. Okay, specs. So what do we got? We got. Okay, that's fine. Okay. So it comes with 2 fans. So we're gonna buy 2 more fans, basically. And yeah, we're gonna go with it. Then we're going to go in here, then components, and we need to get. We got to figure out a fan situation because we only have a machine. We only have a machine that can do 1, or well, I guess 2 fans. You don't want to split more than 2 ways. You split more than 2, you're kind of screwed. We need a fan controller. So, oh my god. Or even a hub. We might do a fan hub. Well, let's see, what do we got here? PC CPU 12 volt 3 pin. No. RGB controller? What? I think that's just the controller. It comes with just fans. Here we go. It's a multi. Here we go. That ain't bad. So where does that fit? Does that just fit in the... Yeah, just in the CD drive. Cool. Reviews. People like it. The controller connector fell. Um, I haven't had any problems. Okay. Let's just take a look at it, just because I'm curious. I mean, it's probably not going to match too well, but yeah, it's just a standard fan controller. All right, we're doing it. So now we have our fan situation figured out. So now we can max out on our fans. So what we'll do is we'll go into case fans, and we're just going to use the built-in cooler, by the way. And we're going to go low price. 120. What? Newegg, you drunk. I clicked on 120 and 93 millimeter hit. And then I don't care about, well, I kind of care about it. Colors. It's a 2-speed fan. New. It doesn't matter. It can be RGB. It can be any of these. And it can be like that. And then of course we get the sickle flows, which honestly they're nice fans. So we're gonna want 2. Yeah, we're gonna want 2. Okay, I want to show you guys something. Do you see that? Blank, right? You wanna know why? Because that Windows Update thing showed up, and it always does, and I don't want it. I don't want it at all. So, yeah. Oh, nice, 842. I actually might buy one. Add to cart. Okay, so we have our cooling figured out. Power supply, that's what we need. And we're going to be fine. We have plenty for the power supply. We're going to go between 400 and 500 watts. Because we don't need anything fancy. But we don't want these, though. I'll stick with my EVGA, Corsair, and Seasonic. And TW and Cooler Master. Yes, I know there's other brands out there, but let's be real here. Who else has bought outside of those companies? That's what I thought. Let's go with this. It's 80 plus bronze. It's a 450 too. So the 450 BT. Not modular. Meh. That doesn't matter at all. Add to cart. So we're at 484. So we're actually under budget. We are way under budget. And we have to get a hard drive or SSD or both. We might get an SSHD actually. But we've got 4 fans, 2 really cruddy ones, 2 really good ones, with a fan controller that actually has room for 1 more fan if we wanted to. I don't think we could fit another one, but well, maybe we could put the CPU fan controller on it, CPU fan on it. So I guess you could, Max. We've got a nice Mobo, nice power supply, nice amount of RAM. We've got a dual GPU setup, even though, yes, I know it's an internal GPU, but it's still a GPU, so you're still getting two GPUs. Yeah. We just need a hard drive. Let's try to get an SSHD. We're gonna go a little bit over 500, guys, but that's really at that point it gets down to price fluctuation. And wow, that's a good price for that 2 terabyte drive. That's a really good price. You want new, you want these two because you don't want anybody else. You want that one or that one, and we're gonna apply. It's gonna go by lowest price, yes. And we're gonna do that and that. So we already have a WD Blue drive there, but I just want to see if you can get a data center drive. Yeah. I would not do that, by the way. It's you don't need anything like that. Here's a Firacuda. Those went up in price. Those were $60 at one point, but when you've got this right here, we're just gonna do that. And it says it's OEM, but that makes no difference. Yeah. It's kind of cool to think that AMD is selling 6-core processors, even if they are a little bit older, for $70. That's kind of cool. That's literally just for bragging rights, by the way. We're gonna go with this because it's cheap and it's a good drive. It's proven itself that it's a good drive. 528. So we're within budget. So there we go. If you include Windows with that, slap on an extra $100, so it'd be $628. But let's be real here, most of you guys have Windows, if not all of you having Windows. And I also want to make sure I am streaming to YouTube. I believe I am. Okay. So yeah, we've got recap. We're going with an R3, a Ryzen 3 2200G, the quad core. That goes up to 3.7 gigahertz. We've got 8 gigs of RAM, clocked at 2400 megahertz, but that can also be overclocked, probably to 266, maybe 2800 if you're lucky. And that'll be perfect for the Ryzen 3, because I don't think after you get past a certain point with the Ryzen 3 you're not going to get much more performance. We've got an RX 560. We also have a dual GPU setup, even though you can't actually use them both at the same time. It's just one of those cool things, I guess. We have a EVGA 450 BT. That's normally about $45, but we've got it half off. We got a nice motherboard, got a 1 terabyte hard drive, we have a fan controller, we have a nice case. Actually, it's normally $60, so that ain't bad. And a nice cooling system. I want to see, does this actually come with the cooler? Yep, Wraith Stealth. So, yeah. Now what? How many CUs of Vega does it come with? I just want to know. And honestly, I think you can overclock past that. I think you can go to 3.8 on the Risen 3, if I remember right. Radeon Vega 8 at 110. I think you can go to like 113. Or wait, why did I say that's 1100? I think you can go to 1300. Sorry. Oh, PCI lanes. How many does that have? Doesn't say, but that's okay. Vega 8. I think 8 means 8. I think it has 8 CUs. Let's see. Let's look at the yeah. Yeah, Vega 8. Come on, scroll down. Come on. The computer's kind of chugging here. And by the computer, I mean Chromas, because my computer is literally doing just fine right now. 512. Okay. All right. Maybe they have the same amount. I thought I had more, but because it's 142% faster. Ha! That's awesome. Oh, AMD, I love you. Here's the specs. Yeah, it doesn't have SMT, which is fine. I don't really find this is going to be controversial. I don't think that multi-threading or SMT gives a lot of performance. I said it, it's out there. And when it comes to the quad-core end of the spectrum, once you get into the 6-core and 8-core stuff, yeah, it offers a good amount, but when it comes to quad-core, it's gotten to the point where, and the numbers show this too, I mean, the performance bump is like 8% on the quad-core spectrum, which in some cases could be a good thing, I guess, but the price hike for it, it's like $50. I'm not paying $50 for 8%. If I'm paying $50 extra, and then that's what in general it is. It's $50 extra in order to get multi-threading and all that fun stuff. And no, I'm not doing that. I will stick with my 4 cores. Anyway. And no, it's not 8. Yes, it's 8 threads of computing power, but it's not. That's not how that works. That means it can do 2 things at the same time, but that's not always the case because what if there's threads and there's streams? What if you get 2 threads that need to go? Well, you can't make a thread to stream. There's 2 different. That's what multi-threaded is. That means that you can take a stream and a thread at the same time. If you don't know what those are, you can look it up. Um, that means it can take those at the same time. Most of the time, code doesn't work that way because they're like, well, we'll just do 2 threads, and then in 2 clock ticks we'll be done because it's easier to do. Multi-threading, coding for multi-threaded stuff is ridiculously hard. And that's why like things like Adobe Premiere and all of those cost so much is because they can use that they can fully utilize multi-threaded. And that's why AMD beats Intel every time because their multi-threaded stuff or SMT is a lot better than Intel's multi-threaded. That's why that works a lot faster on AMD, even though AMD doesn't have the IPCs that Intel does. Still, they're close, but it's still a little bit off. Now, gaming too. With gaming, most of the time they can do multi-threaded stuff pretty well too, but sometimes they don't, and that's really apparent in games like Counter-Strike, where they really rely on the IPCs. I mean, you're looking as much as half. I mean, Intel just blows AMD off the charts um, with um, with Counter-Strike. So sorry, that's my rant. Okay. I just want to know how many CUs. This is taking too long though. And I need to go, but this is a good build, I think. I think we did a good job here. So if you guys want a sub $500 system, and you can get rid of the RX 562 and still use the integrated stuff, and you'll game just fine. But this is what we have, and I think it's really good. So, hi, Dad. I'm going to end the stream there, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have